Hey guys, happy Saturday. I don't know if anybody's going to hop on live. No biggie if nobody does, but if you do, thank you so much there's Beth. Hi Beth, how are you? Happy Saturday. So I just wanted to hop on here real quick. A couple reasons. One, it's been a long time since I've gone live. Two, it's a beautiful day in Florida. So happy that we live in Florida. And three, I wanted to just talk for a minute about completing the 75 Hard Challenge and a few things that I learned about myself, about the challenge, about what some of the next steps are for me. And I would love to be able to encourage you guys to start something like that. So for those of you who may not know, the 75 Hard Challenge is, you can look it up, just go to 75hardchallenge.com. And it's, I kind of needed something like that in my life after 2020 and after, a lot of things that had happened. But just a real quick backstory. One of the reasons I wanted to actually do it was because when I went to Jamaica 2.5 years ago with Arbonne, had nothing to do with Arbonne, but I was in Jamaica, and one of my good friends warned me not to do this, but I did it anyway, despite the fact that I'm a huge klutz. We went to Rick's Cafe in, I can't remember the town, but anyway, look up Rick's Cafe in Jamaica, and guess what you're going to find is you're going to find cliffs that you can jump off of. There's a 25-footer, a 10-footer, a 25-footer, and a 35-footer. And for those of you who've known me for any period of time, my husband will also say that, and my mom, my parents will also say that despite how athletic I am, I'm a klutz. And if anybody's going to get injured someplace, it's me. And well, that happened. I broke my tailbone. And I've had a lot of injuries in my life, and it was by far the most painful thing I've ever experienced and the hardest thing for me to recover from. Right after that, I started going through perimenopause, my hormones went out of whack. I was constantly in pain for literally like 2 years. It was insane. As a profession, what do I do for a profession? I help people with their injury recovery. And I had a lot of people on my side helping me, osteopaths and doctors of physical therapy and massage therapists, a chiropractor, and of course myself. And it just needed to heal. And it took 2 full years for that thing to heal. I mean, I couldn't do boat pose. Forget about it. I couldn't sit. I couldn't stand. I could barely sleep without pain. And I tell you this because I have a feeling that some of you have maybe been there and wondered if you're ever going to be able to get out of it or how you get started. And you'll get out of it. You'll find people who can help you. And I think it's just, you'll find when that time is right for you, when you're healed. So I was pretty much healed, but I was still having some right hip and some sacrum issues, and I decided to do the 75 Hard program because one of the ways that I train people, a philosophy that I've learned years ago, is that you should be able to exercise and be challenged, but not so challenged that you couldn't do the same workout later that day. And still doing it the next day and right after that. So it was really kind of went with my concept of, okay, so I'm going to start to actually live what I've been teaching people. And that's what I did. And so the 75 Hard Challenge, there's a few things that go along with it, but one of the big things is you need to do 2 45-minute workouts a day, and one of them has to be outside. So blessed that I live in Florida because our friend Brittany Herringshaw, if you're not following her, she's awesome to follow. And she lives in upstate New York, and oh my gosh, she was doing the 75 Hard Challenge in 3-degree weather and 3 feet of snow, and oh my gosh, I was so inspired by her. And I thought, my gosh, you know what, it's time for me to get back into shape. And full transparency, I gained 25, almost 30 pounds, like embarrassing to say, and it did not matter what I did. My hormones were out of whack, and I ate clean. Of course, I didn't eat clean, but it was within just a few weeks of me breaking my tailbone that my weight and my hormones just were so out of whack. And guys, perimenopause is real. I had no idea. No one talks about that stuff, right? So I'm kind of going off on some tangents here, but 75 hard challenge, 2 45-minute workouts a day. One of them has to be outside. Second thing is drink a gallon of water. That was at first hard, but oh my gosh, I actually felt dehydrated if I didn't, if I was a little bit behind on my water, or if I didn't quite get my gallon in before 6 o'clock at night. Oh my gosh, I felt thirsty. It was really pretty crazy. Follow a diet. My diet was pretty much following the 30 Days to Healthy Living program. And so I definitely stuck to that. I had no cheats. It was really good. The only thing that I allowed myself to continue to do, despite the 30-day program, was I did allow myself to have coffee, still though with stevia, and I was really clean with it was coffee, right? So no big deal. Read 10 minutes of personal development. I'll be sharing in the future some of the books that I've read during that time. I read 4 different books, which is really great. What else do we do? Oh, and you have to take a daily progress picture. A couple times I almost forgot to take my progress picture, and really glad that I remembered before midnight, because then you'd have to start all over. So first, I was a little bit freaked out about 75 days. Like, how in the world am I going to do this? But it went by pretty quickly. Like, 75 days ended yesterday, started February 1st, and it was not, it actually went by pretty quickly because I felt amazing. So one thing I learned is that we kind of walk around dehydrated. You need to drink your water. I mean, I think I drink enough water, but you need to drink your water. 2, when you think you can't, you can't. And if you think you can, you can. And so at first, I was intimidated about this whole 75 hard. Oh, hey, Trisha. Thanks for hopping on. At first, I was intimidated by the whole 75 hard thing. Am I going to be able to make it? But then I thought, and I saw other people do it. And I thought, well, gosh, if other people that I know who aren't in fitness and don't do this for a living, if they can do it, oh my gosh, why can't I do it? Third thing I thought was, third thing I learned was I give other people grace when it comes to their health, their wellness journey, and I remind them every day that this is a journey. And I had to be reminded of that. I had to not compare myself to my former 20-year-old self or 30-year-old self or 40-year-old self, and just appreciate the fact that I was able to heal through this process from a physical standpoint. And now I get to look forward to the next steps in my journey. And it's not 75 hard. It's not that hard, you guys. Like, it's not that hard. What's hard, and this is something that I've learned, in the Arbonne community, is you get to choose your hard, right? So choosing your hard is like feeling bad, right? So if you eat like shit and you're drinking, you also can't have alcohol. Well, that was not that big of a deal. I maybe have a glass of wine a week, so that was not that hard for me to do. But I know plenty of people who they drink the wine, they drink the alcohol, have the gluten and the really high fatty foods and processed foods, and they feel terrible. They sleep terribly, or their body aches, or they work out too hard, right? Like, there's a reason that if you're not feeling good, that you don't feel good. And you have the opportunity to either complain about it, to mask it up, and continue to eat like shit, and to continue to do the things that aren't that good for you, or to take an opportunity to just change your path and change your trajectory. So funny, I actually posted on day 74, I was like, I'm done tomorrow, and I'll be finished. And one of my girlfriends, Miriam, she wrote, and she said, nope, it's actually just the beginning. And she's so right. Like, you know, when I trained for triathlons or in the world of fitness, like I didn't learn everything that I learned in the first couple years that I did it, or in the first 75 days. It took years to do it. So, and that's, again, it was just such an important reminder to fall in love with the process and with the journey that you're on, and to honor where I'm at, and to recognize that, like, choosing my hard, it was hard for me for a couple of years, because I did not feel good. I didn't feel good at all. I had no focus. My clothes didn't fit. They're fitting better. Okay, I'm still not going to go buy new clothes. They're fitting better. I'm not where I want to be. But that didn't feel good. I didn't have the confidence. The fact that, you know, you can't exercise when you're an exercise professional really wreaks havoc on your brain and your emotions. And, you know, it was hard. That was harder than 75 hard. I'm just going to tell you that. So if you have any doubts, and if you want some help with something like 75 hard, then you're not really think you can do the whole 2 45-minute workouts. There's something called 75, I think it's soft or easy, where I think it's just one workout a day. And that's a great idea. It's a great place to get started. And remember, your workouts and your exercises don't have to kill you. They can just be a gentle yoga, or go for a walk, something that's intentional. And that's what I did a lot. I walked a lot. You guys, I got back in the pool. I hadn't been swimming in, oh my God, so many years. I love swimming. I found swimming again. I found something that I love. I just love it. So, you know, it's a great opportunity to focus on you. That's the other thing. And the last thing that I'm going to say that I learned is how important it is, and what a great reminder it is that you have to take care of yourself. It was really a journey of self-care that I began, where I get to focus on doing what I need to do to take care of me. We say it all the time, because if you're not able to take care of yourself, then you are not going to be good at taking care of anybody else. And so I hope that if you watched to the end, that you learned a little bit of something, and that you were inspired to maybe start something like the 75 Hard Challenge yourself. Like I said, if you have any questions and you don't know where to begin and how you would start with a workout program, I can definitely help you. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them. And by the way, today I said I was going to take the day off from exercise, but I'm getting ready to go do some yoga, or for a walk. I still have to decide. So 75 medium. Okay, Beth did 75 medium starting today and doing 75 hard. All right. Way to go, Beth. That's awesome. So I'm so proud of you for doing that. And you know, I encourage you to give it a try. If you don't make it, no big deal. What did you lose? You didn't lose anything. It doesn't cost anything to just get up and do it. So proud of you, Beth. And for those of you watching, and those of you guys who cheered me on through the whole time, I really love you and I appreciate you. And I can't wait to do more. All right, we'll see you guys later. Have a great rest of your weekend.